Hey guys, James here, and today I'm playing Loadout, which is a free-to-play, third-person, or over-the-shoulder shooter. If you want to get the game, you can either go to their website, which is actually just loadout.com, or you can download it for free through Steam. Now, I'm normally not a big fan of third-person shooters, but this has actually been pretty fun for me so far. This is a very stylized game, it's really over-the-top, it has a lot of comedic violence and things like that, and the artwork is really reminiscent of Team Fortress 2. Now, the gameplay is not at all like Team Fortress 2, because obviously there are going to be big differences between a first-person shooter and a third-person shooter, and also there's just not as much of a class-based system in this game. I think one of the most important things for a free-to-play game is it pay to win? And this game doesn't seem like it. Most of what you can buy with real money is either a character customization or shortcuts. And the shortcuts basically get you class slots, different attachments, stuff like that earlier than you would normally get it. And the way I look at the shortcuts is that it's basically like people who would hack to the max prestige in a Call of Duty game. You get all your classes and your guns and stuff like that, you get all that unlocked. For the most part, you're just getting things that you would get anyway by playing the game. So while someone who does buy these shortcuts and extra classes and things like that will have a little bit of an advantage as far as what they're able to use early on, I don't think it really gives them any sort of an unfair advantage or anything like that, so I wouldn't really classify that as a pay-to-win strategy. And something that's obviously important in any shooter game is the guns. And in Loadout, the gunplay is based on total customization. As the base for your gun, you can either have a rifle, a launcher, a pulse, or a beam, and that basically just determines the way that your gun is fired. It's sort of tricky because you also have the payload, which is your type of ammo. And for that, you can have either slugs, which is just your standard bullets, Tesla, which is an electric charge that can actually go to other nearby players. So if you shoot someone who's standing next to another player, you might actually be able to hit both of them by just shooting one. You can also shoot health, which obviously heals your teammates, and you can actually get them up to 150% health. So that actually does sort of fall in line with the Team Fortress 2 way of doing things. Another payload is pyro, which is pretty self-explanatory. You shoot fire. And then finally there is the juice, which if you use that type of ammo, you can shoot your teammates or yourself, and when you do that, you move faster and you actually do more damage with your guns. And since you can actually have two guns equipped, you could have one gun that has the juice, then you could shoot yourself with that, and then switch your other gun with normal bullets or any of the other ammo types, and then do more damage with that. Another huge element to this gun customization is parts. You can change out your barrel, your scope, your trigger, stock, magazine, and with different variations of all these attachments, you can pretty much turn your gun into any type of gun you want. If you want a sniper rifle, you can use a large scope, a sniper rifle barrel, and then make your gun single shot. If you want more of a submachine gun, you can make your hip fire better and make your gun shoot faster. There's all sorts of attachments. You can make pretty much anything you want. And a good thing about the parts is that there are trade-offs. So say for instance you put on a sniper barrel, you're no longer going to be able to shoot as fast. Your gun will do more damage and it'll have more range, but you won't be able to just spam the trigger like you can with a normal barrel or more of an assault-based barrel. There's also something called the tech tree, and through this, when you use an attachment, you gain experience with that attachment for every kill you get or objective you do. I'm not really sure how you earn that XP, but it does add up, and then eventually you can actually upgrade your parts. You can get a better version of your sniper scope or whatever it is you want to use. Another interesting thing that they did with this game is their game modes. There are two different playlists. You can play casual, and from there you can choose to either play against bots or similarly ranked players, or you can play in the competitive playlist. In the casual playlist, there are 4 game modes. There's Snatch, which is basically like a kill confirm type game mode. You have to not only kill your opponents, but then you have to go collect a vial of this plutonium stuff to score points for your team. And there's Jackhammer, which is a variation of capture the flag, except in this game mode, the flag is a hammer, and that hammer is actually a really powerful melee weapon. Probably the most interesting game mode is Extraction, where one player on your team is chosen to gather plutonium from around the map, and the other players are supposed to protect them. Or if they want to, they can go kill the other team's gatherer, and then they won't be able to score for a little while. And the final game mode in casual is Blitz, which is basically a King of the Hill type of game mode. There's a capture point that both teams are fighting over, and once one team captures it, it eventually moves on to another point, and once you have captured a certain number of points, your team wins. So now on to the competitive playlist. The competitive playlist has a game mode called Annihilation, and this game mode combines elements from Blitz, Snatch, and Jackhammer. You can capture all 3 of these different types of objectives, and once your team gets a certain number of objective points, they take down the enemy's shields and blow up their spaceship or something. I actually haven't played in the competitive playlist yet, but I read about it a little bit on their website, and it just seems absolutely crazy. And you should also know that all of these game modes are 4 versus 4, so there's 8 players in the game, and you're going to want to stick with your teammates, because if you run into 2 enemies, chances are you're not getting out of that alive. So I think you can break down a game all you want, but at the end of the day, is it fun? For me, this game has been very fun so far, but I think if you try to take it super seriously like other shooters, you know, your Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo type games, you might be a little bit disappointed, but as a lighthearted shooter, this can be lots of fun. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go check out their website, again that's loadout.com, and download the game on Steam if it looks like it's fun to you. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like rating on it, and if you want to see more videos from me, subscribe. But anyway guys, have a nice day.